Look, going through a divorce is incredibly tough, and let's be honest, the home appraisal can be one of the most stressful parts of the whole thing. But it really doesn't have to be. In this explainer, we're going to walk through exactly what documents you need to get together to make sure you get a fair valuation and hopefully give you back a little bit of control. So, one of the biggest, most stressful questions in any divorce is, what is our house actually worth? Getting that number right is absolutely crucial for a fair settlement. So let's think of this explainer as your personal roadmap to getting a clear, solid, and well-supported valuation. All right, before we even start talking about paperwork, we need to start with the most important thing. What's the goal here? What is the appraiser actually trying to figure out? Because it's not what you might think. The appraiser has one job, and that's to find the fair market value. Now, that sounds like some formal legal term, but all it really means is the price a normal, willing buyer would pay a normal, willing seller. When neither of you is being forced to make a deal, this isn't just a random estimate. This is the legal number that your entire settlement is based on. Okay, now this is a huge point that a lot of people miss. The appraisal you get for a divorce is a totally different animal from the one you got when you bought the house. A mortgage appraisal, that's to protect the bank's investment. A divorce appraisal, that's for the court, for mediation. It's all about legal fairness. And that's exactly why the documents we're about to go over are so incredibly important. So, with that goal of legal fairness in mind, let's start building our case. We're going to begin with the non-negotiables. These are the foundational documents that tell your home's official story. You can think of these documents as your property's official biography. The deed proves who owns it. The purchase documents show how the story started. The mortgage statement shows exactly what's owed, and the tax bill tells the appraiser what the county thinks it's worth. Together, they create that rock-solid foundation of facts. Okay, we've got the basics down. Now, let's get to the part where you have the most power, the most control. This is where you get to prove all the hard work and value you've poured into your home. And trust me, it can make a massive difference. Here's the deal. An appraiser can walk in and see that you have a beautiful new kitchen, but they have no idea if that kitchen costs you $10,000 or $50,000. And if they don't have proof, they have to guess on the low side. So if you don't document your improvements, you are leaving money on the table. This is your chance to provide the evidence that proves your home's real worth. So how do you do it? It's a really simple three-step process. First, list it. Make a straightforward list of every big upgrade. New roof in 2023, kitchen remodel in 2021, you get it. Second, prove it. Go on a scavenger hunt for all the receipts, invoices, and contracts you can find. And finally, show it. Dig up those building permits and, this is a big one, find any before and after photos. They tell a story that words just can't. And hey, don't just take my word for it. Appraisal experts will tell you this over and over again. In divorce situations, providing proof of upgrades is, and I quote, very important because it can literally change the final valuation by tens of thousands of dollars. All right, we've built our foundation and we've proven all the major upgrades. Now it's time for the finishing touches. These are the supporting documents that just add that extra layer of detail and context to the whole picture. Now, these might not be absolutely mandatory, but they can be incredibly helpful. Your insurance policy, for example, gives the appraiser an idea of replacement cost. HOA documents show if there are any restrictions or fees that could affect the value. And if you have any old floor plans or past appraisals lying around, perfect. They help tell the story of how the property has evolved. It's all about adding more evidence. Okay, we've covered a whole lot of ground here, so let's pull it all together into one simple, easy-to-use checklist that you can use as your guide. And here you go, your appraisal go bag. Think of this table as your ultimate cheat sheet. We've got it broken down by category, the exact document you need, and a really simple explanation of why it matters. See that row for improvements? Receipts and photos are there because they are a major value contributor. Just use this as your guide and you can be sure nothing important gets missed. And one last pro tip, don't just hand the appraiser a messy pile of papers. Put everything in a neat, organized folder. I'm telling you, it does more than just save everybody time. It shows the appraiser that you're prepared and transparent, which makes your information more credible and helps them write a stronger, more defensible report for you. And of course, always just ask him if there's anything else they might need. So, after going through all of this, the question really isn't about documents anymore, is it? It's about taking charge of a really difficult process. With this knowledge and just a little bit of organization, you are now so much more prepared to get the fairest possible value for your home. You got this.